Hi, math friends. It's good to see you today. For today's lesson, you are going to need a pencil. You will need your math journal, and you will need scratch paper to write on, or a whiteboard, something that you can write on or draw on during our lesson. Today, we're going to be beginning a new math unit, Unit 8 in Everyday Math. And our first lesson is about polygons and the defining and non-defining attributes of polygons. So I want you to take a look with me at this math warm-up. I'm going to read it to you, and we're going to be stopping and doing some drawing and sketching together. First it says, Ben says, my shape has exactly 3 sides and 3 corners. Draw Ben's shape. So right now on your scrap paper or your whiteboard, whatever you got to write or draw on, I want you to draw Ben's shape. I'm going to do that too. Okay, next, Sasha says, my shape is small and blue. Draw Sasha's shape. I'm just going to go ahead and pause and let you have time to draw Sasha's shape, remembering that 2 of the attributes that she said about her shape are that it is small and blue. Now that you have drawn Ben and Sasha's shapes, I want you to think about this question. Could Ben and Sasha have drawn the same shape? Why or why not? Record, write your answer. So first of all, could Ben and Sasha have drawn the same shape? We would answer that with yes or no. And then we're going to tell why. Because yes, Ben and Sasha could have drawn the same shape because, or no, Ben and Sasha could not have drawn the same shape because. So I'm going to let you go ahead and write down your answer for this, and we'll come back and talk about it together in just a minute. Okay, friends, you've had time to think about it. And I'm sure lots of you realized right away that Ben and Sasha might have drawn the same shape. And here's how we got that. When we look at the attributes that Ben describes in his response about his shape, he says his shape has exactly 3 sides and 3 corners. Well, we know that those are defining attributes of triangles. Triangles are the only shape that have exactly 3 sides and 3 corners. So we know Ben had to have drawn a triangle. When we look at Sasha's response about her shape, she says that her shape is small and blue. She doesn't say anything about sides and corners, but we know that we could draw a small blue triangle. We could also have drawn a small blue square or a small blue hexagon. All right, so Ben and Sasha could have drawn the same shape because maybe Sasha's shape was a triangle. She never gave any defining attributes about it. She never said the amount of sides or corners that her shape has. Okay, friends, but let's think about something different. What if Sasha had said that her shape was small, blue, and had 6 sides? Draw what Sasha's shape would look like now. So you should have something small and blue with 6 sides drawn on your paper. Did you draw Sasha's shape? Hopefully, since you saw 6 sides here, you recognized really quickly that you needed to draw a hexagon, because the defining attribute for a hexagon is that it has 6 sides. So with this in mind, could she and Ben have drawn the same shape? Why or why not? Well, I bet right now you're thinking there's no way that Sasha and Ben could have drawn the same shape because Ben drew a triangle. Remember, his defining attributes were 3 sides and 3 corners. And Sasha drew a shape with 6 sides. So we know Sasha drew a hexagon. So therefore, Ben and Sasha did not draw the same shape. Okay, now friends, we're going to need to use our math journal. So you're going to turn to page 156 in your math journal. I'll give you just a moment to do that. Okay, now that you're on page 156 in your math journal, you can see at the top that we're going to start talking about a special vocabulary word called polygons. We've kind of actually already been talking about that this morning because triangles and hexagons are examples of polygons. Okay? When we look at all these shapes here, it says these are polygons. All of these shapes. This triangle is a polygon. This pentagon, this five-sided shape is a polygon. Every shape here is a polygon. The shapes below, these are not polygons. Do you notice any differences between the shapes? Stop the video now and see if you can come up with something that you notice that's different about the polygons and the non-polygons. When you were looking at those figures, the figures that were polygons and non-polygons, maybe you said some of these things to your family members. Maybe you noticed that all of the polygons are flat. Maybe you noticed that polygons are closed. That means that there is no openings. We could think about the lines that are in those shapes as being like a fence. And we don't want to have any openings in that fence. We want to have it completely closed, no gaps. Also, another defining attribute of a polygon is it has 3 or more straight lines and corners. We also know instead of corners, we can say vertices. Okay? So now, thinking about that defining attributes of polygons are that they are flat, closed, or 3 or more straight lines and corners. We're going to head back to page 156 in our math journal. And now that we're here, we could practice saying why each of these shapes are polygons. It might sound like this. This shape is a polygon. It's a polygon because it's flat. It is closed. You can see that there are no openings here in the figure. And it is made of 3 or more straight lines. Let's count those straight lines together. 1, 2, 3. Let's try it with this shape. This shape is a polygon because it is flat, it is closed, there are no openings, and it's made of 3 or more straight lines and corners. Let's go ahead and count those straight lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, this shape is a polygon. Let's see if we can figure out why these shapes down here are not polygons. Let's take this circle, for example. Now remember, a polygon is flat. Okay, this circle is flat. The next attribute of a polygon is that it is made of straight lines. Are the lines in the circle straight? No, the lines in the circle are not straight. They are curved. So since this shape does not have straight lines, this shape is not a polygon. Even though it's closed and it's flat, it doesn't have straight lines. And to be a polygon, it has to be all of those 3 things that we talked about earlier. Flat, closed, and made of 3 or more straight lines. Okay, right now I want you to take a look here at this shape. And I want you to think about flat, closed, made of 3 or more straight lines. And I want you to stop the video and tell a family member or write down on a piece of paper why this shape is not a polygon. Go. Did you do it? Did you say that this shape is not a polygon because it is not closed? If you did that, give yourself a big pat on the back. we can see that this shape is not closed because there is an opening right here. Therefore, this shape is not a polygon. All right, friends, today you are going to be doing a sorting activity with polygons and shapes that are not polygons. Let me show you that activity. So linked in the slide presentation today, you will see a worksheet that looks like this. It has 2 pages. The first page says non-polygons and polygons. Non-polygons means shapes that are not polygons. And then we know polygons meaning shapes that are closed, flat, and made of 3 or more straight lines. So the next page has the shapes. Now, here's what you're going to do. You can print both of these pages out and then cut and paste the shapes under the appropriate heading, or you can write polygons and non-polygons on a piece of paper and then draw each of these shapes under the correct heading. So if you are printing this out, here's what you will do. You will print this page and then you will cut these 2 boxes apart. And they're going to be headings on the top of a page. So at the top of a page, you would glue the words on polygons and polygons on the other side. Okay? And then what you're going to do is cut out each shape, and then you're going to put it under the correct heading. So let's look at this triangle first of all. Let's decide whether this triangle is a polygon or a non-polygon. I bet you're realizing right away that this shape is a polygon because it is flat, it is closed, and it is made of 3 or more straight lines. So you will cut out this picture of the triangle and you will paste it on the side of your paper under the heading polygons. You will not put the triangle under non-polygons because the triangle is a polygon. Okay? Here's a hint about this activity. When you are finished, if you have a correct sort, you will have 6 shapes pasted under non-polygons, and you will have 6 shapes pasted under polygons. Okay? After you complete the polygon sorting activity, you are going to have a family member take a picture of the completed sort and email it to me. And I put the hint down here again. On your completed sort, 6 of the figures are polygons and 6 are not polygons. This is your one must-do activity that you have today in math. You have some other may-do activities. I included a really fun building polygons activity that you can print out here, that you can do with some things that you have around your house. Friends, I hope that you learned a little bit more about polygons today and that you learned that they have 3 very special defining attributes. Let's say them together. Ready? Flat, closed, made of 3 or more straight lines and corners. That's all for today, friends. I can't wait to see your sorting activity.